Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're on another Rick project, another one of those weird, random, interesting, who knows what to expect projects. So I'm out here by myself. Rick is still on the way down. My marching orders are to start dragging things out to the road, and so this is what I have. Just kind of this disaster of trees and mulch and, you know, various garbage around the whole yard. So I'm not really sure what the plan is, how this is supposed to look after we're done, any of that. I just know that I'm supposed to start carting this stuff up to the front. So that's what we're gonna start with. I'm gonna go jump in the Mini. We're gonna get that, it's fired up and warming up right now. We're gonna get the Mini rolling and we're gonna start carting stuff around until Rick gets here. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just walked, you know, there's a little hill over there and the Mini is down at the bottom of the hill. So I just had to walk my ass up that hill. So I'm sorry if I'm a little out of breath. Forgive me, guys. I'm a fat operator, so out of shape. Anyway, I'm gonna go get in the Mini. We're gonna start carting some of this stuff around. And then when Rick gets here, hopefully he'll give us a game plan and I can better inform you, the viewer, of what we are supposed to be doing today. So as always, we'll catch you in the machine. All right, guys, we are tracking up the hill and my strategy right now is to kind of start in the back, moving everything forward. Yeah, I'm kind of, this is, you know, one of those things where I'm not really sure what the ultimate goal is. So for now, I'm just gonna start at the back and move things forward until Rick gets here and can give me a little better direction on what we're ultimately doing. Come on now, get off. There you go. Go back here and see what else we can get into. Those guys still need to be cut up. I'm trying to just grab small stuff right now until I know really what we're doing. Who's responsible for cutting up what. We're gonna put that there for now and try to stack a handful of them, so we're a little more efficient on our trips. I don't know if that drain tile really goes to anything. Doesn't look like it, but the second I take it for granted that it doesn't go anywhere is when I find out it's part of their drainage system. Then we have to fix it. Back for more. See, these are the jobs where I feel like I have to animate my voice more because really there's not anything exciting happening. I'm just carting around branches, but if I say back for more, all of a sudden it sounds a little more exciting, like maybe you guys will sit up and pay attention. So are you paying attention? Thinking I can snap a couple branches off this guy, maybe. Like this guy right in front of us, maybe I can get him to snap. That's still pretty green though, we'll see. Oh, you gonna do it? Nope. That's what I was afraid of. It's too green. Come on, baby. And I cut it with my tooth. Maybe if this wasn't a Bobcat, it wasn't so jerky, I could be a little more accurate, maybe. No, nope, nope. Come on, let go. Boy, this is really gonna drive me nuts. Oh, baby. All right, rip off. There we go. I'm glad that wasn't a pain in the ass. So forget snapping limbs, we're done with that. This tree is way too green. Now I've got to somehow break that tree off of the branch I just grabbed, unfortunately. There we go. We'll put you there. It's another tree that needs to get cut up. All right, guys, this is my life until Rick gets here, so I'm gonna keep at this, and I'll flip the camera back on after Rick gets here and gives me some marching orders, and I can, you know, better inform you of what we're doing for today, other than this. So we'll catch you guys here in a bit. Well, we've been at it for about 40-ish minutes, I believe. I don't know, I haven't looked at the clock, but it feels like it's been about 40 minutes. Rick is still not on site, not sure where he's at. We started, you can barely see it in the top of the camera, but down the hill there, alongside, let me spin so you can see it. So here's the house. Right over the hill there is where we started out. I got that area cleared out and all piled up. Then I moved to this lot over across the street from me. Got that area cleared up and piled. And now I'm working this little section back here. And again, all I'm doing is stacking the stuff. I don't know if Rick's plan is to mulch it or to cart it off with his haul trailer. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna knock this guy down. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I'll knock that guy down. That tree overall looks a little dicey. But anyway, sorting stuff into piles, and we'll let Rick decide what he's gonna do with it when he gets here. Trying to leave stuff that needs to be cut up separate from the piles of just tops and everything that can be mulched. But yeah, this has been life for the last 45 minutes or so. Pretty exciting stuff. And I'm kind of to the point now where I'm not really sure what Rick's wanting done. Like I said, there was not a lot of direction on this one. And I don't think he was planning on being this late. So we'll track back over here and see what we can come up with. I might carry this guy with me. Just get him out of here. Along with that guy across the street. We'll take them down to that main pile of stuff that needs to be cut up. Kind of get everything together. All right, so that's kind of where we're at. I've got a pile of trash here that can be mulched. This is my pile of stuff that still really needs to be cut up, you know, at least take the tops off of them so we can cut them up the rest of the way. That's what that pile is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the camera off. Excuse me, man, I don't know what it is. I'm such an animal on camera. I think I'm gonna cut the camera off and give Rick a call, because I honestly am kind of at a standstill until he is here to let me know what the overall plan is. So yeah, we'll catch you guys here in a bit after I figure out what I'm doing. All right, guys, so as you know, I try to fulfill fan requests. Brandon has stated that he would like to see me try the white monster. As you guys know, I like monster. As you guys also know, I'm an old man stuck in my ways and I like my green monster. So today we are going to try, at Brandon's request, the white monster, which is Zero Ultra. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what to expect here, but it says zero sugar, which, you know, always makes me nervous. So yeah, we're gonna pop this baby and see what we think. Does it hold a candle to the green monster? That is the question we are answering today on Diesel and Iron, the channel of Monster. Here we are. that's not too bad. So it definitely has the zero sugar flavor to it. Like it's got that weird kind of bitter aspartame taste to it, but it's not bad. That's actually not too bad, Brandon. I'll give it to you. White Monster, if you don't want the sugar, I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest. If you're drinking Monster, you don't care about your sugar intake. Can we all agree on that? Like, you've already decided that you hate your body if you're drinking Monster, because there's nothing good in Monster. We have to be realistic, guys. But if for whatever reason you have decided that you're going to try to be somewhat healthy and monitor your sugar intake, but you still love the delicious, refreshing taste of Monster, I would recommend White Monster. So thanks, Brandon. Appreciate the tip. Now, with that being said, we gotta get back to work here, guys. But so here's a prime example of one of the things I hate about this Bobcat machine. I have turned it to the on position because it's locked, it's got a code. It took it that long to get me to the screen where I can put in the code to unlock it and actually start it. Like, that is a ridiculous amount of time. I'm gonna show you one more time because I don't think anyone was paying attention because I was talking about Monster. So there's to the on position. Well, now of course it fires right back up, but after you let it sit for a little while, like it's a good 15-20 seconds before you even get to the unlock screen. So we're gonna unlock this. Oh, no radio communication. Uh-oh. And now after all that, I can finally fire up. Let's turn our radio off here. Actually, we'll just do that. There we go. So yeah, that's yet another aspect of this Bobcat that I cannot stand. There's two things about the Bobcat that I like. The first one that Rick and I were talking about yesterday with each other, I didn't say anything to you guys, but like the fact that you've got your speed button here on the joystick for your blade control, which is really convenient for when you're actually blading with the machine. Because as I've talked about before, you want to blade in turtle mode or slow mode, and then when you're tracking back to go make your next pass, you want to be able to go fast. So it's really convenient to have that button here. I've seen it here on some excavators. Most of the time it's a button down here. You know, it makes a lot of sense when you're actually using the blade control to have it here. So that's number one that I like. The second thing that I really like is your boom swing. Let me get my boom off the ground here. Your boom swing control is actually a toggle on the joystick as opposed to a foot pedal. So I actually am able to use the boom swing while I'm doing all of my other functions. I can smoothly operate that also because it's not an on-off switch. Like, we can gently go over or we can really crank it. I have full control over that. And that is not the case in most machines. Most of the time it's another foot pedal over here, and it's highly irritating and hard to be accurate with. So those are the two things I like about this machine. Outside of that, I hate this machine. So with that being said, enough bitching. Let's get back to work, everyone. So I should actually tell you guys what I'm about to do. I'm gonna go through and basically start pulling vegetation off the hill. I just got off the phone with Rick. He's still an hour and a half out probably. So I'm gonna go through and start pulling all the vegetation because we are installing a yard here. So we're gonna have to do some grading, and more than anything, we gotta get the vegetation up there so that we can, you know, put down topsoil and it'll actually provide a nice, decent yard. And we won't have a bunch of weeds coming in over top of our grass seed. So we're just gonna start shaping this a little bit and pulling some vegetation. And that is the plan. And I can tell you right now, with a mini excavator, this is gonna be a pain in the ass and super tedious. But hey, I got nothing better to do until Rick gets here with all the correct attachments. Which, by the way, we have a new attachment coming. Rick just purchased. It is an alternative to a Harley rake. I cannot remember the name of the attachment to save my life right now that I'm on the spot. And I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm sorry. I talked about this a little while back. I'm still not used to the fact that I have this microphone pinned to my chest and you guys can hear me really well. Like, sitting here in the cab, it's actually really loud. So I have the tendency to yell because I can't hear myself hardly. Anyway, the attachment we've got coming is an alternative to a Harley rake, and it is capable of actually grubbing out vegetation and doing a bunch of other stuff. So I'm really curious to see that work. And oh boy, that worked well. I'm curious to see it work, and then I'm also curious to kind of, there's quite a bit of a learning curve to it because it's not a rake. You guys will have to see it. Or it's not a Harley rake, I should say. It's not a motorized attachment. It's more like a hand rake. So we're gonna have to learn how to use this thing, and really, it's supposed to be good for grubbing out vegetation and doing a bunch of other stuff outside of your, man, there's bugs everywhere out here. It's supposed to be good for doing a bunch of other stuff that Harley rakes can't necessarily do. So I'm curious to see that when it arrives. I thought I had that. And the goal was to not break it, and I just broke it, so fluke it. Fluke it. Boy, this guy does not want to come along, does he? Okay, you can stop being a pain in my ass now. Sweet Jesus, this was not, oh, and there's a stump there. This is turning out to be the hardest part of my day right here, is picking up this freaking piece of plywood. Good God. Boy, that is brittle concrete. All right, let's try this again. So back to grubbing. Why was I talking about that? Because I am grubbing right now. So basically this attachment he's got is supposed to be good for doing exactly this. You can basically run it through and it acts like a hand rake. So it's gonna take a bunch of the just scrub brush and stuff out of the yard. And then you can also turn around and use it to level your topsoil and grade it in really nice, like you would a Harley rake. So that is coming today. I will get to play with it a little bit. I'm kind of semi-excited because, you know, at the end of the day, skid steers are not my favorite machines. Especially working slopes like this, I'm just, you know, not a fan. But it'll be fun to play with a new toy. You know, another thing I didn't ask Rick, I don't know if we're blending this road in or if it's gonna stay a road. It really would have been nice to have a little more direction on this one. But hey, that's what you get in dirt world. Sometimes you show up on a job with little to no direction and you gotta make it up as you go. So I will say I still like my green monster better, Brandon. White ain't bad, but I like my green better. Alright guys, this is it. This is the exciting future for my day, is just doing this all the way across. Alright guys, I'm back with an update. My hands camera just died. I literally just walked all the way down to my car to get a battery for the GoPro, not realizing that the hands cam was dead. So I'm sorry, you're not getting hands cam, but I will update you. We just took down those two big trees there. I took them down with the Mini, believe it or not. This machine, you know, if you do it right, it's capable of taking down some decent sized trees. So I did take those down. Rick sheared this guy down in front of me, so it looks like a giant disaster right now, but it's because all the tops are still on these trees. 5 minutes of chainsaw work and a couple scoops with the Mini or with the skid, and that'll all be cleaned up. So that's what we've been doing, and in the meantime I have been shaping this slope here. So I figured I would give you guys a little action of me shaping the slope. I did record I don't know where we're at in the YouTube world, but I did record a Down and Dirty that was requested, I believe, by one of the Ryans, if I remember right, on how to set your hands for doing slopes. So look for that, or if you see a link up above, click that link and you can go watch that. But I figured I would at least let you guys see me shape slopes a little bit, kind of see my process on that. But unfortunately, you don't get the hands cam because I'm not making that walk again. It's down a freaking long hill, and I'm sorry, it's hot, and I've already done that hill a handful of times, and I'm not really eager to get back down there. So deal with it, everyone. Again, I'm sorry for yelling into the microphone. I constantly have to keep reminding myself that you guys can hear me, even though I can't hear me because it's so effing loud on this Mini. And I'm just healing the bottom of this because there is asphalt that I'm coming up against, and I don't want to tear up the edge of their driveway. So I am just healing the soil onto the asphalt. And then what I'll do every once in a while is make a quick cleanup pass with my blade. And here, because I am on their driveway, the key is not putting down pressure so much as just grazing the top of the asphalt. Now, who on earth is calling me in the middle of making a video? Well, I will call him later. He's just gonna have to wait. I'm gonna go put this in a mulch pile since Rick's about to be over here with the Fecon head, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, Rick is here. You can't see him through the brush that I'm carrying around, but he is here and he is running the Fecon head. So I'm gonna get this over here so that he can actually chew it up. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna push this pile that way because I can actually shove it up on the bank and get it out of the driveway. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna spin around up here. We'll just get that kind of back out of the way for now. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep at it. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, Rick's got the stump grinder out. While he's doing that, whoop, going deep. While he's doing that, I am kind of roughly grubbing this yard. Just pulling off the mulchings and any vegetation because we are going to bring topsoil in. And the attachment he was going to bring to do it, unfortunately didn't make it here. So I'm having to do it with the Mini. We'll get her done. One way or another, we'll get her done. We always do. Just want me to grab this root out of here. So all I'm doing here is very lightly setting my blade down and just trying to not even grab the first layer of soil. I'm really just trying to scrape all the vegetation off the top. So really, really light pressure. And see, these are the things that I do for hours on end that you guys don't really see. I don't want to give you the false impression that my entire day is nothing but one exciting thing after another. Like sometimes sometimes you are just tracking back and forth, dozing a little bit, taking off vegetation, and you do that for, you know, an hour or so, because that's what you need to do. It's all part of the job. So instead of making you guys watch 15 minutes of me driving back and forth, as always, I'll cut the camera on when something interesting happens. So I'll catch you in a little bit, guys. All right, guys, it's the end of the day, and I'm not gonna lie, it's hot as f***. It has been a rough day, especially in that open cab machine in the heat, but it is what it is. That's construction for you, right? So, yeah, this is what we've got. So I apologize ahead of time for not doing a better job of showing you guys the job site beforehand, but I really had no idea how involved we were getting on this one. So I don't really have a good before other than what you guys saw in my intro video. But we had brush everywhere in here. I cleaned all that up. Rick mulched it, and now what I'm doing is grubbing the whole area and getting most of the vegetation off, piling it up here. And then tomorrow, Rick is bringing the dump trailer. We're gonna load it all out. So I've been working in this area for probably, I don't know, a couple hours. Because I actually took this right here. This whole area was about 3 to 4 feet higher, and it kind of made this kind of rounded island. And so what I did is I peeled it all off and sent it down the hill there so that they would have a better yard to actually mow. So that's where I've been working this afternoon. I'll take you up here. Here's where we started the morning. So this is the parking area that I was shaping the slope in this morning. So it's a little bit of a mess right now because this is my pile, all my spoils from doing that. As well as that pile over there is more spoils. And then you can see we've basically grubbed out this whole area up here, which is why you see a giant pile of shit right there, as well as here, piles of shit. But you can see on the back side of it, we've got it pretty well grubbed out there. It's gonna take some, you know, little dress up with the skid steer and then topsoil. Same with over here, little dress up with the skid, topsoil, and these areas are done. So we can actually, believe it or not, once I get the stuff loaded out with the dump trailer here, an hour worth of work and these two areas will be done. I'll have to come and get that slope over there with the hoe, and then really it's focus on all of that tomorrow because I've got to finish shaping that whole side of the house. I don't know if you guys were paying attention at all. I'll walk back over there, but he's still got a pretty good cliff coming off the side of the house that I'm gonna try to just shape a little better so it's not so brutal when he goes to mow. But yeah, long day. I'm not gonna lie. This one's, I'm tired after this one. This has been a lot of back and forth. And another thing that has happened in the Bobcat, since today I've been doing a lot of tracking around. Another update on things I hate about the Bobcat, the pedals. The seat doesn't go far enough back. The pedals are too dang close. And so my knees are dying from tracking all day. So another strike against the Bobcat, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just not Bobcat's fan. So let's spin around here. You can see we've got a cliff here, and then we've got a cliff back over here that we're gonna work on shaping tomorrow. That's what I'll start the morning doing, finish grubbing this area out. I believe Rick is gonna have the attachment that he was supposed to have today that didn't make it here. He should have that tomorrow. And again, I can't remember the name of that thing. I'll show it to you guys tomorrow. We're actually gonna spend some time with it, getting used to it, and then I will do a full-on review because I have yet to see any good reviews on this thing online. There's reviews, but they're all done super poorly. The guys don't really demonstrate how to use it, and so we're gonna do a proper review on it once we get it out here tomorrow. So anyway, that was the day. So I hope you guys have enjoyed following along. I apologize I didn't do more video, but I spent so much time freaking grubbing stuff. I wasn't gonna make you guys sit through 15-20 minutes of that, so it is what it is. You get what you get, right? So anyway, thanks for following along. We'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for more beautiful fun of making a yard out of nothing. So you guys have a lovely evening. We'll catch you tomorrow. Okay, I lied. As I'm walking back to my car, I had one more thought. I know it's tradition that we finish out with drone shots all the time, but as you can see, like look over my shoulder. You see all those trees? I can't do drone shots. I'm sorry, guys. And it makes no sense to do drone shots 4 feet off the ground. Like, that's boring and lame. So I apologize, but we are going to break tradition.
Did I stutter?
I'm sorry with the talking again. But we are going to break tradition tonight. I'm not going to do drone shots. 1, I'm exhausted. 2, I'm not going to crash my drone trying to somehow finagle it through a bunch of trees. So again, have yourselves a lovely evening. Catch you tomorrow. See you guys.